All right, what is going on, guys? Spiteful Hopes back again, coming at you with some crazy news. They are bringing back every single 1,000-year Blood War banner. Keep in mind, these are 3% banners, and I'm going to quickly break them down, or at least do it as fast as possible. I already looked at most of them just because I want to get an idea of how stuff's going to go down. So, from the 4th to the 16th, keep in mind that this is 12 of free singles. You'll have access to one free single a day. It most likely will be 3%. We haven't gotten the rates. There's no there's no rates that we can actually look at, but I would assume that it's 3%. But then again, to be honest, KLab likes to do some sketch stuff with their free stuff. For example, the 1,000-year Blood War tickets that you could get had a 0.1% chance to pull a 5-star. So the chances of actually pulling a 5-star on those once a day tickets or once a week tickets was literally 0.1% chance. So that's why almost nobody got an actual character. Yo, shout out to D, because that fuckface decided to pull an actual 1,000-year Blood War character from those tickets, which was absolutely insane. So going into it, available characters. As you can see, we have this Ginjo. The tech Ginjo is good. Mind Ichigo is great. He's definitely a very good Arrancar NAD character. The Speed Anniversary Ichigo, he's not very good in my opinion, but for Floor 33 and Senkaimon, he's definitely very useful, especially if you don't already have him. White Zangetsu is an amazing NAD character. Ishin is okay. White Ichigo is pretty mediocre. Fullbring Ichigo, the tech one, is actually still very good. Tensa Zang... Well, yeah, wow, I'm so used to saying Tensa Zangetsu or White Tensa, but Tech Tensa is still very good. Mind Ginjo is actually incredibly trash. And obviously the other character that you'll pull is the 4-star Ichigo. So good luck to you guys on pulling that. That is a, like I said, 12 singles. It leaves on the 16th at raid reset. And yeah, let's go into these 1,000-year Blood War characters. Now keep in mind that these are the droplet banners. However, they did actually change the fillers, which in my opinion was my main complaint about these banners. I still wouldn't recommend doing multis. I would still recommend doing singles unless you want multiple characters from the banner. So going into it, we're going to start off with the eyes wide open. Now, they did change the fillers. When I originally recorded, I kind of like... I'll be real with you guys, I was a scatterbrain because I didn't know what the hell was going on. I even said, like, I'm like, the fillers are trash. And as you can see here, the fillers are Lisa and Kaname. Keep in mind, this is a 3% banner, so please be very careful. They definitely want to drain your orbs. And with good reason. We have Novel and 1,000-year Blood War coming back, so that is absolutely a thing. I wouldn't be surprised if the power level of these new 1,000-year Blood War characters are going to push the power creep to a whole new level. This Toshiro is still an amazing character, Frenzy and everything. He is a strong attack recharge with Frenzy, gorgeous character. Byakuya, he's still a very big disappointment in comparison to characters like Toshiro, Unohana, both of the Ichigos. It's kind of sad, to be honest. He's very viable. I'll give him that. He's still very good. He's just not really... There's just better tech or Rankar killers now. It sucks. Shunsui still holds up to this day. You don't let that 737 spiritual pressure fool you. His magnifiers are incredibly high, and chance to insta kill is still very good. Hollow killer, PvE killer. He does have frenzy, strong attack, damage link. He hits very hard. Sajin, even though he's not very good in PvP due to the fact that there's so many Unohanas, and Unohana was a game-breaking character in my opinion, Sajin's still a very good character. You could use him to auto inheritance zone, droplet zone, etc., as long as they don't have Captain Killer. The only problem is that a lot of the characters in PvP do have Captain Killer, and since Unohana is almost on every single team past 3rd seat, he kind of just melts, and there's not many Espadas that he can use his killer against. So if he had Captain Killer, he'd be a lot better, honestly. But yeah, other than that, he's just mainly used for PvE. Scrolling all the way up, let's go into the next banner. Now, this is the banner that I would recommend that you do not summon on. The rates for pulling these characters, guys, is 0.5% chance per individual character. And the filler pool for this particular banner, starting from the 7th and ending on the 10th, is absolutely abysmal in comparison to round 1. I haven't checked round 3 yet, and I haven't checked round 4 yet. But Omaida is not a very good character. He's okay. Ginjo's, he's pretty good, but you don't want to spend orbs for him, personally speaking. And Ikaku, honestly, Ikaku is kind of like a hybrid-esque character that doesn't feel like he's very focused. He has a full stamina damage boost link with Frenzy, but he has a barrier on his second strong attack, which kind of sucks because it's a 40-second cooldown. And his third, like, he has a 8, 40, and then 24 for his cooldowns. And not being able to use your strong attacks with a very low attack is just, you don't want that. Going into it, can we see the Ikaku? Yeah, like 642 attack, 753 SP. His saving grace, honestly, is the fact that he does have Soul Reaper and a Rancor Killer because he is a tag team character. But in my opinion, you could just do better. Honestly, like, you just get a character that's more focused. Now for like Inheritance Zone, I could see people wanting to use him, especially for like co-op if you want to use the protection. All right, going into the third banner. Honestly, this banner is actually incredible as well. Like, me personally speaking, like, you get 3,000 Year Blood War characters per banner. I wouldn't even consider the Byakuya on the power level of 1,000 Year Blood War. Personally speaking, a little girl Yachiru is probably the worst. No, she is the worst 1,000 Year Blood War character. In order of bad, I would say Yachiru, then Byakuya, and then Kenpachi in terms of like power scaling. And I'm not really saying that Kenpachi or Byakuya are bad. They're just not on the power level that 1,000 Year Blood War is. Like, Unohana Yachiru, in my opinion, is still probably the best of them, just because of what she does. Like, she's just an overwhelmingly powerful unit. Going into it, let's check out the fillers for this banner. Renji, Ichigo, and Ruki are very good. Rengoku's okay. She's probably one of the best units for Guild Quest just to build combo. She is a character with an elongated vortex with without a strong attack damage link, and then she does have Frenzy, so she does have a 50 hit vortex, which without the strong attack damage link is actually pretty good because you want to build as much combo as possible in the shortest amount of time. Orihime, she's an okay unit, but she's mainly used as a DR link for Unohana. Honestly, I wouldn't really run her in PvP or PvE content. And Mine Tsukishima, even though he does have Frenzy, in my opinion, he's a very good unit. But I feel like the problem with Mine Tsukishima, he has a no affiliation killer, and Caleb just hasn't made use of that. I'll be going over the 1,000 Year Blood War characters in a bit. I'm just going to go over the fillers because I think that that's what most people are going to be interested in not pulling. And the reason that I'm bringing that up is that way you can make your decision ahead of time on who you want. Like, for the most part, I think that a lot of you guys know who you want to pull in terms of 1,000 Year Blood War already. And alright, so Tag Team Yamamoto and Veruca, unfortunately, these characters are very common. So if you started or saved up a lot of orbs, you probably already have those characters, honestly. But yeah, I would probably summon here just because Kisuke and Yoruichi are great characters. Yuwatch is a toxic piece of garbage in PvP. He is insanely overpowered in PvP when it comes to getting the soul bomb, as long as you have the proper build for him. And Ichigo, let's be real here. True Bankai Ichigo, even if they made him bad, people would still want him, but he's so damn good. Alright, so let's go. Let's break down these 1,000 Year Blood War characters. I just wanted to quickly do that so that the older players, you guys already know these 1,000 Year Blood War characters. I don't really have to go over them too much. That way those guys can leave, and then the newer players can stick with me. But Sajin does have Flurry. Toshiro has Frenzy. Toshiro is probably one of the most gut-wrenching meta changers in PvE content. And honestly, he still stacks up to this day. I'd still say he's better than Aizen. So power, strong attack, recharge, Frenzy with Hollow Killer. Byakuya, like I said, he's a little underwhelming in comparison to the others. I kind of already went through 1,000 Year Blood War Volume 1. Kenpachi doesn't have Sprinter. He does have a flash step, but he doesn't have Sprinter. He does have Frenzy. He has a transformation mechanic, which is nice because the transformation mechanic, what it does is it resets all your cooldowns, and then after 30 seconds, you change back to your original form, resets all your cooldowns again. So if you're able to use your third strong attack, you'll be able to use your third strong attack twice with incredibly higher multipliers, and then you'll change back and get all your cooldowns back and be able to do another third strong attack within like 35 seconds. You'll be doing your third strong attack 4 times, even if you don't have strong attack recharge, which in my opinion is insane. Unohana Yachiru is still an insane unit. Heart, Flurry, Team Healer, Team Heal on her special, chance to insta kill on her special. She is a DR unit. She's insane in PvP. She's insane in PvE. She's just overwhelmingly godlike, except for Guild Quest where she fails. Little girl Yachiru, she's trash, but she's a strong attack recharge 14 link for power. Going into the 1000 Year Blood War Volume 3, Renji is a strong attack recharge with a charge third strong attack. He does have, I want to say he is a Ronkar killer. I'm going to have to go check this out, actually. He does have a Ronkar killer, I think. I know he has a strong attack cooldown link. There we go. Let's just get into him. Yeah, he does have a Ronkar killer. Melee, third strong attack is a charge. He has insta-kill on his special. Keep in mind that the insta-kill has a 5% chance, I believe, per hit. And it hits, I believe, 4 to 8 times. I'm not quite sure on how many times it hits. But the chance to kill is like 10 to 12% if you stack it in terms of binomial partition. I don't even remember the proper term for it. Going into Shikai, Ichigo, and Rukia. Soul Reaper. Boom, boom. I have way too many characters. Okay. He does have an Espada killer, which kind of holds him back from being able to really do anything in PvE. He is a range unit, but he does have Flurry, and he is a NAD character, which makes him actually incredible in PvE content. In my opinion, he's better than Yamamoto when it comes to autoing, simply because he actually keeps his distance. His second strong attack is a Vortex, which is nice, and his third strong attack is a full screen, and his third strong attack is a full screen, and his first strong attack is an incredibly far distant projectile that actually pushes your opponent back. So he's actually useful in Senkaimon as well in that regard. And Rukia, in my opinion, Rukia is kind of a disappointment only because of her second strong attack. Like, when it comes to between her and Toshiro, Toshiro just takes the cake all over her. Like, she does have a Ronkar killer, which is nice, made her very good in PvE at one point, but DR Flurry characters kind of just took over the meta. I'm not saying she's bad. I think she's actually still one of the top 3 Ronkar killers for speed. She does have freeze on all of her stuff. She has freeze resistance as well. She does have frenzy. She does have debilitator. Her special has freeze. Like, 10-second freeze is kind of insane. Her soul trait is strong attack damage 20% link. And yeah, she's just an overall powerful unit. Honestly, there's nothing really too special about Rukia besides the fact that her second strong attack is kind of like this mini vortex akin to a strong attack recharge 14 Swimsunelia. That's her name. Yeah, I personally don't like her second strong attack, but her third strong attack being full screen comes out incredibly fast. First strong attack is a lunge. You can't really go wrong with any of these characters, personally speaking. Going into 1000 Year Blood War Volume 4, all these characters have frenzy except for Uwatch, and honestly, Yuha Baha over here, he doesn't really necessarily need it. He's not too crazy in PvE content, but in PvP, he does have Captain Killer. He has crazy high spiritual pressure to make up for the lack of frenzy. He has a very high berserker at 50%, if I remember correctly. He's a DR link, he has 10 shield, and his special literally just nukes everything. Yoruichi, Yoruichi, you're so good. Yoruichi has paralysis on all of her attacks. She does have a debilitator of 5 seconds. She does have the transformation mechanic, which I previously discussed with Bankai Kenpachi. However, she is a strong attack damage link as well. But the thing is, since she has paralysis on all of her strong attacks and she's a frenzy unit with sprinter, she does not have long stride. She has 4 flash steps, so she makes very, very good use of maximizing all those attacks that she gets from her transformation mechanic. Kisuke, however, is a strong attack recharge with a relatively okay strong attacks. His first strong attack is garbage. Second strong attack takes quite a little while to like actually go off. He has very high invincibility frames, which is good for autoing. His third strong attack is a full screen, and his special actually actually has a mechanic that's called Protect, which revives allies to back to 50% HP upon their death, which in my opinion is incredibly good for PvE content, especially for something like Inheritance Zone or Extreme Co-op. Definitely saves you a lot of orbs slash candles. But overall, these characters are definitely worth summoning for. Now who you go for is really up to you guys. Like, let me know in the comments below who you guys want or who you guys need. Um, Honestly, I want to go for Kisuke, but like the chance of me getting a new character is 0.5%, so I'm personally skipping. Damn, you see something like this, I don't know whether or not I want to recommend people to skip or whether to summon, simply because all these characters are good. Like, for the most part, all the characters are good, and even the fillers are not horrible. That being said, Thousand Year Blood War Volume 5 coming soon. I would not be surprised if we get Muken Aizen. That being said, I know a lot of people, I know I'm saying that a lot, but I know a lot of people are going to be wanting this Ichigo because he's just the staple franchise boy. Like, it's Ichigo, right? But I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all know this, guys. Grind on, catch me up, pick me up, stay blessed. I wish you the best luck in your summons. We should get Senkaimon next Monday, and yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all know this, guys. Grind on, catch me up, pick me up, stay blessed. Peace.